General BBA versus specialized BBA has been one of the most asked questions to me right now, and in this particular video I will cover each and everything about general BBA versus specialized BBA. So guys, if you're confused whether you should go for a general BBA or a specialized BBA, what are the major points of differentiation, what is the similarity, what are the opportunities for you in terms of job, salary, networking, curriculum, I will be answering each and everything in this particular video. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Now guys, to give you a little bit of history and context, when I was doing my BBA, there was only general BBA or at the max 1 or 2 specialized BBAs that were there. But over the past 5-10 years, so many specialized BBA have come into the picture. BBA in finance, BBA in fintech, BBA in AI, BBA in analytics, BBA in marketing, and so many more. But obviously for you as students, it becomes a point of confusion because you are at a standstill point where you have to decide, hey, should I go for a general BBA or for a specialized BBA? Guys, let me give you first of all what is the difference between general BBA and specialized BBA. General BBA is where from the very start you will be studying all the general subjects of business management and business administration. So finance, marketing, human resources, strategy, communication, leadership, you will be studying all of it. Whereas in specialized BBA, to give you an example, suppose you pick up marketing, then you will be focused a lot more on BBA in marketing. So a lot more of your subjects will be marketing related. So you'll have e-commerce, brand management, growth hacking. All of these subjects will be put to you from the very start, maybe in your first semester, maybe in the second semester, maybe in the second year. All the colleges have the different pattern of how they run specialized courses. A lot of the colleges that I know, what they do is that for common subjects, they have only one class. But when it comes to specialized courses, they will send the people to different classes for that particular subject. So that really differs from college to college. But yes, as a student, you have to make a call right now whether you want to go for a general BBA or a specialized BBA. Now guys, the major reason why people want to go for a general BBA is because they are not very sure of where they want to specialize. They like business, they like business administration, they want to become an entrepreneur, they're interested in the whole field of business studies, accounts, economics, all of that, but they're not sure if they want to build up a career in finance or marketing or human resources or strategy or supply chain or logistics. So that is the reason they feel that going for a BBA is a better option, and I fully agree with that. If somebody who's watching this video right now and you're not sure whether you want to build up your career in finance or marketing or human resources, it is absolutely fine. And you can go for a general BBA because in general BBA, you will have time to study all these subjects. Obviously not in depth, but at the very basic or fundamental level of it. And after that, you can decide wherever you want to build your career. So there is no harm if you want to study a general BBA. Because as of now, you guys will be 17, 18-year-old. You guys will be staying with your parents in your home. So you have limited exposure to what's happening in the real world. Yes, you guys have the access to social media. You guys are watching podcasts. All those things are there. But there's a very big difference when you start learning things on your own. Guys, over the past, I've come across experiences where parents have literally forced their students to do data analytics or artificial intelligence and all that. And they've joined these courses, but 1 year into it, 6 months into it, they're coming back to me and saying, Bhaiya, we don't like it. We don't want to do Excel. Yes, everything was sounding very fancy on social media, or when our cousin told it, or when our relative told us that you should do this, isme bahut paisa hai, we'll be able to have a good career. But I don't like Excel. I don't like programming. I don't like coding. So what should I do now? I don't want this situation to happen with you all. So in case if you're not sure of where you want to build your career, go for a general BBA because their biggest advantage is that you have flexibility. You can decide wherever you want to build your career later. You don't need to decide it right now itself. On the other hand, for a specialized BBA, if there is somebody who's watching this video who's already very sure they want to build up a career in finance or marketing or strategy or artificial intelligence or analytics, then going for a specialized BBA will be far better for you because you will be able to go in depth at it and you will be able to build up your expertise, knowledge in it, which I feel is definitely better if you're very sure of wherever you want to build your career. So having expertise knowledge will give you a lot more of clarity, lot more of in-depth knowledge, and lot more of advantage when you're sitting for a particular job role because you've done these subjects a lot from the very first year of your college, which for a general BBA is not the case. Now coming to one of the major doubts that I get from you students is that, hey Kavach bhaiya, what if we take up a specialization, suppose like in marketing or human resources, and after we do that, we don't like it? Then what do we do? Guys, there is no harm if you've taken up a specialized course and you don't like it. You guys are just in your undergrad. You're not doing your MBA or masters right now, wherein after that, choosing or switching careers become really hard. after undergrad, you still have the opportunity of going for a master's and you can switch the careers. Yes, it's not the ideal path that I would like to suggest to you all, because I would love if there's somebody who's already built up a career in finance and wants to do that rather than switching careers from finance to marketing or from marketing to human resources. But that is very much possible. So don't hold yourself by the gun thinking that, oh, ab maine marketing kar liya, so I only need to build up a career in marketing and I have no other option but marketing. No, that is not the case. Every year we come across so many students who've done a BBA in particular marketing or finance, and then they want to do MBA later on something else. There are people who've done BBA in a different field and then they're doing a job in extremely different field, which is very much possible because you are in an undergrad. Everybody understands from your interviewers to the ones who are providing you jobs that you are naive right now. You are a novice. You are trying to understand. You are trying to experiment with different careers, and now you've gotten your get going, so you know where you want to build your career, which is absolutely fine. So don't worry, nobody will hold you by the gun just because if somebody has done a BBA in finance and then later on want to do a job in marketing. As long as you're good at it, you still will get a job at it. Now there are 2 points of contentions, right, where I could not find a particular data or stat to back my point. Number 1 is regarding salaries. A lot of the parents and students were asking me that, hey Kavach, are the salaries in specialized courses better than in a general BBA? Now the answer to that is we don't have a clear-cut answer. Why? Because I have seen so many people from general BBA getting really high packages. At the same time, I have seen people from specialized courses also getting high packages. So I'm really sorry, but I could not get any data to back my point thinking that no, only generalized BBA will have high opportunities and great roles or great salaries. And at the same time, I also could not get data thinking that, oh, only if you do a specialized BBA in marketing, you will have higher salary than somebody who's doing a general BBA. That has not been something that I could back my proof up. That is why I'll be honest with you in sharing that I have not gotten any data when it comes to salary. Second point of contention is towards networking. People ask me that, hey Kavach, if we go for a BBA in marketing or BBA in strategy, this will definitely have less amount of people. So will our networking opportunities be limited only to 60-70 people, whereas for a general BBA, usually there are 300-400 people doing the same course in a particular college. So will our networking opportunities be limited? Now guys, again, I could not get a foolproof answer to that, and I'll tell you why. Yes, in your class for a specialized courses, you definitely will have a lesser strength, maybe 60, maybe 70, depending on whichever college you go, whichever part of the country. And general courses will always have a lot more of demand because people who are confused, and there are a lot of them, they would go for a general BBA rather than picking up a specialization. But when it comes to networking, I think it is dependent on an individual basis. There will be people who will be networking in their class of 60, 70 if they're choosing a specialized course. But beyond the class, when they'll participate in different activities and events, they will be networking with people from all of the BBA background, in fact, the whole of the college. So there is no such thing like only if you do a BBA in marketing, your networking will be limited. And if you do a general BBA, your networking will be very high. There is nothing like that. Networking depends on you as individuals. If you are social climbers, if you love networking with people, if you love reaching out to people, you can reach out to anybody, maybe your seniors, maybe your juniors, people from the same course, people from the different course. So it is not that, oh, only if you do a general BBA, you'll have a lot more of networking opportunities. That is not the case. Third, when it comes to placements, what is the scenario? Now the scenario is, again, it depends from college to college. A lot of the colleges have the rule that suppose if you're doing a BBA in finance, you can only sit for finance placements. In that scenario, your competition will be very high because you will be sitting only for finance roles, which means the companies that will be coming for you will be less in comparison because, a general BBA, because general BBA students can sit for finance placements, marketing placements, human resources placements, strategy placement, consulting placements, which you as a specialized BBA in finance will only be able to sit for finance companies. At the same time, BBA general students might get an advantage because these students can sit for any specialized placements as well because they've done a general course. However, not all the colleges have the same rule. Some of the colleges will make their students, make them sit for any kind of placement that comes into the college. So for that, it doesn't mean that only if you've done BBA in marketing, you can only sit for marketing placements. You can also sit for general placements as long as you are eligible for it. Now, this again depends from college to college. So one thing I would like to warn each one of you before you choose a particular college for your BBA, and specifically if you're doing a specialization, make sure you know about their placement strategy or placement rules and regulations. Because in that scenario, if you're going only for specialized placements, you might be at a disadvantage in comparison to somebody who's going for a general course because then they might have an opportunity to sit for a lot of the placements. But again, guys, this really depends from college to college because some of them also have a rule that you can only sit for 4 companies irrespective of the case. So whether you want to go for a specialized placement or for a general placement, it's up to you, but you can only sit for 4. That is again like, it's a cap, which means it is equal for somebody who's going for a general BBA or for a specialized BBA. So I hope you guys are able to get a little bit of clarity on what I'm trying to say. I'm going to summarize each and everything. If you're one of those people who's not really sure of where they want to build up a career, go for a general BBA. If you're very sure of wherever you want to build your career and you get that particular specialization in a particular college related to a BBA program, go do that, because you will be able to have domain knowledge, you will become an expert in it, and naturally your knowledge will be higher. And if the knowledge is higher, your placement opportunities will also be great. Maybe not from the college, but on your own, you can apply to startups, and if they see that this guy is good at digital marketing or at finance, they would love to hire you. So yes guys, that's about it for this particular video. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I hope you got clarity about general BBA versus specialized BBA. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Do comment below and let me know what are the other topics that you want me to make videos on, and I would love to do that. Do share this video with your friends, family members, or somebody who's planning to do a BBA. I'm pretty sure this video will be really beneficial to them. Do subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon. I'll see you all with another video. Take care guys. Bye bye.